Exercise 1.3, question 2. This one has two parts, and here on this slide we have part 1. Let's read the question together. Give a rough estimate by rounding off whatever numbers you have, by rounding all of them off to the nearest hundreds. And also give a closer estimate by rounding off to the nearest tens. You will always have a better estimate if you round them off to smaller places. Round off to the nearest tens will be closer than rounding off to the nearest hundreds. And that will be closer than rounding off to the nearest thousands and 10,000s. The farther away you go, the more you go to the bigger places, the less accurate your estimate becomes. And that is why in this question they've written closer estimate for the one with tens. It will be even closer if you could go further, but there is nothing else. You don't round off to the nearest ones place. It's already there. So let's do it in two parts. Let's call this number 1 for every part here, and this will be number 2 for every part. So if I do number 1 for part A, I'll round them off to the nearest hundreds. Now 439 is close to 400, not 500. 334 is between 300 and 400, which is closer to 300. 4,317. Remember, it's still hundreds only. So it is between 4,300 and 4,400. So it will be closer to 4,300, 4,300. And then we add all of them. These two together are 700. And when you add it to 4,300, your estimate is 5,000. Let's just do this rounding off to the hundreds thing for all these parts, and then we'll talk about the tens all at once. So I'm still doing this hundreds one, so number 1. And what are the hundreds places? You have 7 here and 5 here. Okay, let's start. So 734, that is between 700 and 800. What is it closer to? It is closer to 700. That means you keep the rest of it as it is. You just change this to 700. Similarly, you have 599. Is it closer to 500 or 600? It is definitely closer to 600. So keeping the rest of it exactly the same, you make this 600. And when I subtract this, I get 61,100. Alright, let's go to part C. So hundreds places, let's mark them. You have 3 here and you have this 4 here. 8,325. So it's closer to 300, right? Compared to 400. So you just put 8,300. Let's put the comma as well. 491 is between 400 and 500, but it is closer to 500 for sure. So you take that, and when you subtract, you get 7,800. Easy subtraction. Finally, for part D, this is the hundreds place and this one here. So 348 is between 300 and 400, and it is closer to 300. Because 350 is what is exactly between 300 and 400. So when you have something less than 350, then it has to be closer to 300. So in our case, we round it off to 300. It becomes 4,89,300. And the second one has 365. Now think, 365 is on the right side of 350. 350 was exactly in the middle. So 365 is closer to 400. So you keep everything else the same, just you make this 400. And when you subtract, you get 4,40,900. So here we are done with the first part, rounding off to the nearest hundreds. Now we'll do to the nearest tens. What I'll do is I'll keep these answers, all the hundreds answers here on the side, and calculate the tens. I really want you to see that you get a closer estimate in the tens case. So I'm going to erase all of this. Make sure you pause the video and note this down first. Perfect. Let's get started with part 2, rounding off to the nearest tens. Now, where are the tens places? You have this 3, another 3, and then a 1. Let's do this. So 439. 39 is between which two multiples of 10? It's between 30 and 40, 30 and 40. But this is definitely closer to 40. So the rounding off here, rounded off number becomes 440. Then 334, so 34 is 34. Is it closer to 30 or 40? This time it's closer to 30. So you get 330. Then 4,317, which is 17. Is it closer to 10 or 20? It's closer to 20. So you take 4, 3, 2, 0. And then when you add all three of them, you will get 5,090. So 5090. Let's do B part. Okay, here we go. This one and here's this one. Now this first one is easy again. 34 is closer to 30. So you put 108730. This second one is very interesting. Just see what happens. 99 is 99. So it is between what? It is between 90 and 10, which is really 100. So is it closer to 90 or 100? It's definitely closer to 100. 99 is closer to 100. But then how can I put 100 here? If I put 100, it will become 5100. This will increase my number, right? I can't increase my number. So what do I do about this extra digit I have? I am supposed to have only 2 digits. So this extra digit that you get, this 1, it gets carried over here on top of the 5. And so that becomes 600. That means when you round it off, it becomes 47,600. This is a good one. And now when you subtract this, you get 61,130. Let's look at part C. Alright, so our tens places are these. This is the 2, this is the 9. So 25 is closer to what? Now this time you might think 25 is exactly between 20 and 30, right? So which one is it closer to? Now here's a rule for you. Whenever you touch the midpoint and you have to round it up and you have to round it off, you always round it up. That means you take it to the bigger number. You don't take it to the smaller number. When you reach the midpoint. This is exactly in the middle. So when you round it off, it becomes 8330. And then 491. Okay, 91 is between 90 and 100. So 10, 0 and 9, 0. But this is closer to 90. So that is easy. You just have 490. And then when you subtract, you get 7,840. Let's do the last part and then we'll see the exact answers. So here you have 4. 48 is closer to what? 40 or 50? It's closer to 40. So you keep the rest of it exactly the same. Just this becomes 340. Here then 65. Is it closer to 60 or 70? Now again remember 65 is exactly in the middle of 60 and 70. But the moment you touch the middle, you go upward. You increase it. So it should become 48 and 370. And then when you subtract, you get 4,40,970. So this is all the rounding off done. Now the question is technically over. This is what they wanted. But I want to show you, as I said, that this one is really the closer estimate, the second one. So I'm going to erase the calculations and I'll just write down the final numbers and I'll write down in red here the exact answers. Let's see which one is closer. Okay, there you go. This is what you had from the hundreds rounding off. This is when it was rounding off to the tens, and these are the exact answers. Now look, exact answer 5090. This is 5090 exactly. This is 5000. Now definitely this is closer to the exact answer. In fact, it's exactly the same. Now you might be wondering, if we rounded it off, how did we get the exact answer? Well, that happened here by chance. It will not always happen. When you rounded this off to 440, you increased it by 1. When you rounded this off to 330, you decreased it by 4. And then when you increased this to 4,320, you increased this by 3 again. So overall what is happening? You have plus 1 plus 3. That means a total of plus 4, increase of 4 and decrease of 4. So that balances everything out. It's okay if you don't understand this too well right now, but this is the logic why this is happening. And then let's see for part B also. 61,135 is exact. And you had 130. That's so close. While the hundreds place was just 100. Then 7,834. Here you have 7,840. Here you have 7,800. So this one is just 6 units away, 6 numbers away, and this is 34 units away. It's lesser than that. Similarly, in the last case also this is closer. This is 83 in the end. This is 70. So that's a difference of 13. And this is 900. So 83, 980 and 900 straight away, that's a difference of 83. So where 13 on the left side, you have 83 on the right side. So definitely this is closer. So we proved that it is always going to be closer when you round off to a smaller place. Now read this from the book. There are no rigid rules, no fixed rules when you want to estimate the outcome. The procedure depends on the degree of accuracy required. That means how accurate you want it to be and how quickly you want your answer. If you want it to be very quick, just make big round offs. Do something like this. But if you have more time and if you want a better estimate, then you should do this. And the most important thing anyway is that the answer should be sensible. It should not go too far from the real answer. You see, both of them are pretty close to the exact answers. They both make sense. And now for part 2 of our question. This is similar to what we had in question number 1. They're asking us to make 4 more examples. So instead of giving you questions to solve to estimate the answers, you have to first create the questions on your own. Now for now, I am going to create 4 questions, but I encourage you to try this yourself as well. Once you practice the ones I give you, try more for yourself. So let me write down the 4 parts and then we'll solve them one by one. Alright, here are my 4 questions to you. You pause the video and try them and then play and see if you got them right. And remember, you have to do it twice. You have to round off everything to hundreds first and then you have to round them off to tens, and you should be able to see that the answers that you get here in the second case will be closer to the exact answers, although you don't have to calculate the exact answers. Now this time when I write down the answers, I would not be doing complete calculations. I would be writing the final answers. So you have to try them to find out if you did them right or not. And here are the answers. There you go. Here are the 4 answers that you get when you round these off to the nearest hundreds and then subtract or add as required. And these are the 4 that you get if you round them off to their nearest tens and then subtract or add. Now every time these 4 answers will be closer to the exact answer, I encourage you to find out the exact answers. You can use your calculators for that and see and make sure for yourself that these numbers are indeed going to be closer.